Hey guys, it's Matt, and welcome to this special interview. Today, I am joined here with Mike, also known as Sitar, the Torva Man. In case you guys do not know who this guy is, he is most famously known for his 3 billion GP drop parties, including the one at my party, his GE buyouts, staking, and of course PKing. So Sitar, welcome to the show. I am so anxious to begin and ask you questions, so let's just begin with the first question. When did you start playing RuneScape, and where did you first hear about the game?
It was back around 2006, right when I kind of moved into Florida. We were living in an apartment, and I went to a library, and I saw these kids playing this game, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I just kind of glanced at it. I didn't really pay much attention to, like, it was just such a coincidence. Like, a week later when I was on Addicting Games, I think that's what the site was called back then.
Yeah.
I saw it again in the adventure section. I clicked on it, and I never stopped playing since.
Yeah, I actually found out about the game through miniclip.com, and I know a bunch of other people did too. So I feel like this was like the starting point of RuneScape, and right around like 2005, 2006 is when I really first began playing RuneScape. RuneScape's kind of shaped your life, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've spent numerous hours on it. Like, sometimes I'm about it, sometimes I'm not. I mean, nothing really to be ashamed about, but if you look at what other things you could do while not playing RS, there's a lot, but I don't think I've wasted my time.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like part of that thing, you grow up with and you really can't let go, and it's just like an awesome game, regardless. Whether you look at it now as a great game or in the past, it's always been there with me, and I'm sure it's been there with you. So, Sitar, most people know you as this rich dude. You've been labeled as a philanthropist, the Torva Man, the giver, the drop party guy, and the buyout master. Okay, I made up that last one myself, but what exactly is your biggest RuneScape goal? You've been playing so long. What's your goal?
I want to own all the blue party hats in the game. I know that's such a big goal, and a lot of party hats are currently owned by flower clans and dicers and all of them gambling people that I don't really like. And I figure after the EOC comes and flowers will be fucked and people quitting, that people will either real world trade and sell them off, or that they're just never going to log in, and then I won't be able to buy them, but then also the prices are going to skyrocket.
I see. What's your current bank? How much are you worth in the game? I mean, how much gold do you got?
I've spent a lot of gold these past 2-3 weeks. I got around 81 bill currently.
Wow, that's crazy amount of gold. It's probably one of the richest people in RuneScape. I know that other people have, quarter trillion GP and stuff, but, I can definitely attest to your bank size. It's really, really big. And, how do you think you're going to achieve all of these amazing goals, including your goal to get all the blue party hats in RuneScape? I know that a lot of them are sucked up by Flower FCs and dicers and people like that, but those that are not sucked up by them, how do you think you're going to accomplish that? What are you going to do to take that 80 bill and get it to the next level?
Well, I stake a lot and I merch a lot, and I actually have been talking to you and a few other people trying to get together a merching clan where everyone would kind of be making money. But I mean, we'll talk more about that later. Really, staking and merching is probably what's going to really bring me to that next level.
Okay, and do you think that you're going to be the only one getting all the gold? Do you think that more people are going to be helped out along the way? Because I know you're all about giving back to the community, doing your giveaways, 3 billion GP giveaways, you do these GE buyouts. Do you think that by making this clan, it's going to enable people to be happy with the game? I know we used to have merch clans, but do you think that this merch clan is going to vitalize the game, revitalize at least the money-making aspect of the game that could be a great alternative to such activities such as flowering and dicing and luring and staking and things like that, more risky type things? Merchanting would be more along the lines of like a guarantee or something like that. Do you think that a lot of players will be able to cash in on this or capitalize on this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like back when they actually had like loads of merch clans, so like if you remember, it was just like friends chats, which used to be called clan chats, and no one was allowed to talk except the owner and the ranks. Well, this can be completely different. It would be in my clan chat. Everyone could talk. I'd have little fun events, but then also there would be the more serious things such as merching itself. Like I'd have items that people would buy, I'm pretty much sure that everyone in the clan would be making a lot of money and making their bank much, much bigger than it was before, and actually doing it legit way instead of gambling.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just one of those things that's kind of taken over the game now. Gambling is like the only way. If you want to achieve party hats and things like that, it's kind of like the only way you can do that. I feel like, I used to be in a merchanting clan myself, and I used to see the successes firsthand, and it was really awesome to see, 20 mil turn into 50 mil over a course of a couple of weeks, and loyalty was the whole key thing there. I'd like to see it work, Mike. If you can do it, I think you'd have a lot of people backing you up with legitimate ways of making money and things like that. So, I guess the biggest question is this: how did you achieve? I mean, I know you said you're staked and you did all these little things, but did you ever have any of these secret money-making methods back in the day or presently to make a significant amount of gold? Because I know that there used to be methods where you can make 2 mil an hour or 5 mil an hour or 1 mil an hour. Have you ever come across any sort of methods along the way that helped you propel yourself further besides staking and merchanting and GE buyouts?
Not really. I've always heard of them. I've never really gotten into them. And I know that a lot of people would be like, "Hey, dude, you want to pay me 500K, I'll teach you this method." I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured, if they can make that much money, why are they trying to sell me a damn method for that much? Okay. I really haven't had anything special. I mean, maybe the ways I do what I do, maybe the ways I stake, the ways I merch, maybe I just think different than everyone else, but I don't have any secret methods, really.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough. That's a fair assessment there. So let's switch this over. You're very much known for your drop parties. What can you say is the most fun thing about your drop parties, and what excites you personally about your drop parties?
Probably the end where everyone just gets in a party room, everyone wins items, and then they're all like, "Oh my god, I want an AGS! Oh my god, I got a Fury! Oh my god!" It really is life-changing for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't have much cash like me. They might not even be in the millions. Then when they finally get an 18 million GP item, they're like, what? They don't know what to do with themselves. It really changes them. They can level new levels. They got a new reason to play the game longer, because a lot of people are really on that breaking edge because they can't make money or just got cleaned or whatever reason.
Right. That definitely makes sense, Mike. And I've always had this fascination. What can the player base do, or what can even the owners of the game, Jagex, do to further enhance money making and the economy in the game? Because as of right now, I mean, prices are all out of whack. You have discontinued items. They said they would never release another discontinued item into the game. You now have fish masks. Now there's obviously hundreds of thousands of those in the game now because of the Squeal of Fortune, but still, it's a discontinued item. Discontinued items have really become this focal point of a strive or goal for money and things like that, or not necessarily discontinued items, but just lots of gold, lots of next sets and things like that, just powerful amounts of money and gold. What can the company do? What do you think that needs to happen in order for this transition, or in order for a transition to happen with the RuneScape economy, to revert it back to what it used to be? What can Jagex do, you think?
Well, flowering will be ended in the EOC. That's really going to greatly help out. Hopefully, flowering clans won't resort to some other way to gamble, which I really can't think of. I mean, if they can, then fuck. I guess they're really fucking smart.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's already being taken care of in the EOC. It's a long time to wait, but yeah. Money making, really, when you're low level, there really isn't that much you can really do. I mean, I remember when I was low level, I couldn't stake, I couldn't really do anything. I would try to find methods. I'd go to Chaos Druids. I would fucking pick my herbs all day long.
Same thing with me,
Back in 07, I would do whiteberry runs, and I think I got 28K per inventory, which was a lot for me back then. I was fucking poor. Yeah. Really, there's not much they can really do right now. I mean, the economy is how it is. I look at rares and discontinued items as a good way to invest, because there's never going to be more. I mean, hopefully there are going to be more. I'm going to be fucked. But it's a really good way to invest your money in. And I think that's why everyone invests in them. That's pretty sure. Other than, I mean, they look sick.
So, you're all about investing. I wanted to switch this conversation over into another particular topic. One of your biggest, ideas and really innovations for the game to help people make money, and that's your GE buyouts. Can you explain to the viewers who have never participated in one of your GE buyouts what exactly that is and how it makes them money?
Well, basically, Jagex has put in the 4-hour limit for items. Like, if you want, let's say, chins, right? They're 25k per 4 hours, and that really sucks. 'Cause if I really want to make the economy to my advantage, like, they put them in for flippers that would flip them like instantly once they bought them, right?
Right.
So if I want to take it to my advantage, what I do is I'll say, hey guys, in my friend's chat, that's why y'all gotta be in there. In my friend's chat, I'll be like, hey guys, buying now all Chinchampas, all red Chinchampas. Basically what they'll do, they'll all go buy them market price, like maybe like 30 people will buy 25k of them each, and then they'll sell them and say that they're 1k a piece. Like I'd pay like 1k and like 100 GP, so like 1.1k or like 1.05k. And like they'd make money eventually. I mean, not eventually, I mean, they buy 25k, they make a fucking lot of profit.
Okay.
I view that, I mean, it might not be a lot, maybe just like a mil or 2 mil, but to a lot of people that is a lot.
Well, yeah,
to me, it really,
exactly. Well, a lot of people will take appreciation if they can go and buy 25k chins off the GE and then trade them to you when you're doing your GE buyouts and make a quick instant 1 to 2 mil. That really will, help people, it'll promote people, and help people with their banks and allow them to make their RuneScape goals. It's one of those things where you're in a position, and you're in a powerful position. You have 80 to 100 bill always tied up in items and things like that, so you can easily manipulate the Grand Exchange where you can make profit. But by doing these GE buyouts and giving your friends chat and other people the opportunity to participate in these buyouts, you're in actuality helping everybody. Now, you might be making the most gold out at the end of the day because you're causing the Armadyl Godsword market to go from 17 mil each to 23 mil each. However, you're still paying people 18 mil for those Godswords when they're currently 17 mil. So they don't have to make the investment themselves and take the risk. You actually will do all that risk for them, and they'll still make gold. And it's kind of a win-win situation. And on top of that, you do these 3 billion GP drop parties and these giveaways, and it really, really helps out the RuneScape player base. It's really just like, I think of you as like a philanthropist. You really have no end, goal for yourself other than achieving all these rares. And I have to end on this very sensitive question. It's a big question. I know a lot of you guys are probably like wondering this, like, okay, this is a tough question. Do you have any intentions of real-world trading your gold, considering you have 80 to 100 bill, or your goal is to have 200 bill or 300 bill or 400 bill or become the richest player in RuneScape? Do you have any intentions of real-world trading, considering all the stress and temptations that are put in front of you because, the current gold market?
no, I can't say I ever have. There really isn't no reason for me. I mean, I live with my parents. I have a job to go to school. I mean, there really isn't any reason for me to sell it. And even if there was, I probably would not sell it unless, like, my mom was dying of cancer, like we were low on cash, which
Right.
I highly.
Well, that's highly understandable. I mean, if you're put into a situation where you're dealing with your mom's dying of cancer and you need money for insurance or you need for medical bills, or your house is getting foreclosed, I mean, I can understand that. That's an interesting. I was having this conversation with ML Goody the other day. Obviously most people don't get put into that situation, but I'm very glad to see that you are a legitimate RuneScape player, just like a lot of other players are in this game. And there are also a lot of other players that are not legitimate RuneScape players that will real-world trade for profit and will take advantage of the system. And you know what? All the power to them. However, I'm very glad to be friends and honored to be friends with somebody that does not participate in these activities and is really trying to make this game a lot better experience for players that are, kind of stressed out about their banks or stressed out about the game experience. You're helping players get that game experience that they want by helping them grow together. And I think creating a money-making clan or a merchanting clan in which people can invest in this kind of stuff really will be amazing.
Yeah, and then also, like, I really don't see any point in trading, because, I mean, if I'm going to take the time to earn this legitly, either if it's by staking or by merching, I really don't see in spending all that time then going and selling it. Like, other people, like, they do flower clans and they make the money. They stay 8 hours a day or 5 hours a day playing, make like a few bill, and then go sell it. I play it for how fun the game is. I like PKing. I like doing all these fun activities. I play the game for the game. I really hope that Jagex I don't know how this would work. I hope they would transfer like our accounts to RS3 when that does happen, because
I have a strong feeling they're going to do that. You know, that it would be very sad if they, you know, did not transfer our accounts over to a RuneScape 3 and that we would have to restart. I know a lot of people would still do that, but you know, I think that personally, the game is not dying, and there are people like yourself and me and other people in the RuneScape community that are trying to keep this game alive, and that is actually having an effect on the player base, and people are still happy and lively about it. And they're not, you know, there's also people that are conceding and trying to just, you know, go their own route, and you know what? That's their own prerogative and their own decision. So, you know, anyway, that's really all the questions I had for you, Mike, and I'm, again, honored to give this interview to you because you're such a great player. Guys, Sitar is currently having a 100 mil giveaway on his channel, so please be sure to go and check out that video and subscribe to him, because you know what? He really deserves it. I'm not just saying that. He really does deserve it. He's really trying to help out the community. I wouldn't do this for somebody who's not here to help out the community. You know, he really deserves it, and I hope you guys can go and check him out, because I'm sure it'll be worth your while, because everybody that I have talked to that has been at every one of his drop parties once in a while gets something. They get something. And if they're at his GE buyout, at the time of that buyout, in his friends chat, they will be able to make instant gold with him. And with this money-making clan probably becoming a reality in the next couple of weeks, I can definitely see you guys really enjoying this experience, this game experience with Mike, as well as with other people who are going to be part of this. Again, guys, for any updates, drop parties, GE buyouts, fan events, you got to go and check out Mike's channel. That's all the time we have today. Mike, do you have anything else to add?
Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liked it and learned more about me and Matt.
Okay, guys, I'm going to leave the annotation to Sitar's giveaway video as well as to his channel on your screen right now. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.